tuned in to Jocks Sportscast.
What up, people? This is Bunjo. You are tuned in to Jocks Sportscast. There's been a lot that's been going on since our time off there. The Queen died, which screwed up the whole schedule. Thomas Tuchel got fired, and I predicted that. First coach to get fired, even though that one guy got fired. Who is it? Not Graham Potter. Graham Potter took over Tuchel's job, but the guy for Bournemouth.
Yep.
I forget his name. But I said Tuchel will be fired, and your pick, Klopp, it looks like he's going to be next. Yeah, it looks like he's going to be next.
No, they already made another firing.
Who?
Wolves got rid of their coach today.
Oh, yeah, they just got rid of him, yeah. Damn. Yeah, but Tuchel, do you think Graham Potter's going to spin the Chelsea club around or what?
No.
No? Aubameyang came by and bagged one.
I don't think that this team has gotten any better or changed at all, even with Aubameyang and a new coach.
Dun, 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 dun. Aubameyang. Dun, 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 dun. No, you don't think so? The foot is back.
Let's fucking go since I was put off in London, eh? Yeah, we lost because we played on fucking Tottenham field.
Oh, damn. Yeah, but that's crazy, though. The EPL, so the Queen died, ding dong, the witch is gone.
Yep. Mike loved
screwed up the whole schedule. Arsenal missed a game, but we just played Tottenham, and we just murdered them. We embarrassed them. It felt so good to finally win a game. Now nobody can say is, oh, you played teams that were crap, so that's why you're first place. It's like, well,
right?
Can people start believing in Arsenal now or no?
Oh, I think you had to be believing in them before just that game. Like you and me have said, like, as far as we've never played anyone good or not, well,
yeah,
we played we got handed it to us, but still, we could have been like, okay, if we lost to Man U, then we lost to Tottenham, and then, let's say we lose to Man City, then yeah, we're not real. But
we
like
play Liverpool next week.
Yeah, but Liverpool is an easy win for us.
Oh, damn! So that we're gonna get into the hot takes. We're gonna look at the scores on the weekend today. I'm just gonna pull up the scores now, and we'll look at the scores, and we'll get into the Big Money D hot take or lock of the week for next week. And tomorrow you're gonna pick between Nottingham Forest and Leicester City.
I can't even taste that. I'm listening. I can't taste that. Yeah.
So let's look at the scores today. So the scores today and yesterday are right here. So match day 9, we got hold on, where is this? Why does it keep going all the way up? That was crazy. It just jumped like 15 pages. You know what I mean?
Yeah, I was gonna say, yeah, you're scrolling. You're getting too excited.
Yeah. No, here we go. Match day 9. First game of the week, and since the Queen died, Arsenal versus Tottenham. We seen Emerson Royale. A stupid challenge, get a red card. Whether it was a red or not, doesn't matter. The guy did a stupid challenge. It didn't make sense. He let his team down. Mm-hmm. The game was over before that anyways. Like, let's be honest. Let's be honest. Arsenal were outclassing these guys.
Overall, from start to finish, yeah.
They haven't won, I think, at Arsenal Stadium for like 28 years or something crazy like that. That's crazy. Or 28 games. I mean, last 28 Arsenal versus Tottenham games at home at the Emirates, Tottenham haven't beat them. That's crazy. So,
well, no, that's what they were saying, is that any of the home teams in this, like in the derby, like if you're playing at home, history usually is on your side for it, but
I don't believe that. I think you're stuck in North America then if you think that's true.
Saints versus Vikings was the best game in Europe. Yeah, I know, Mike.
Yeah, I think you're American. I think you're stuck in North America if you think that. We just seen Holland and Foden get hat tricks against a Man United and brought them back down from reality. Ooh.
No.
They 8-miled them. Yeah.
No, because that game was not entertaining.
Yeah, but the whole world doesn't care about football.
What are you talking about?
Nobody does.
As soon as the NFL comes to Europe, you guys forget about soccer.
Nobody here. I live here.
You're in Croatia.
Nobody cares. Nobody's like, oh my god, the NFL's coming.
Yeah, in Croatia. But you go to London and they're like, you go to London and like, Harry who? Or or David Beckham? Who do you mean? You mean Odell Beckham?
No. Nobody's like, hey, there's whoever the hell Saints have and whoever the hell Vikings have.
Absolutely they are.
I don't even know what players are on those teams, to be honest with you.
That's because you're talking to me earlier about the Bills and the Blue Jays. I don't expect you to know these things.
Yeah, the Bills. I'm like,
you're a Ticats fan.
Yeah, nobody cared about that. Let's be real. In the rest of the world, except for North America. Maybe a few people here and there, but
they cared.
Anyways, no, I didn't even know that
stadium was louder.
I'll be honest with you. I had no clue that they were even playing.
Right.
Until you just said that now.
That stadium was louder than when the Spurs played. Put it that way.
When the Spurs played where?
When they just play at home. That's where the stadium was, or that's where the NFL game was today.
Yeah.
And I'm saying when Tottenham's actually there, the NFL was louder today than Tottenham's been all week. And you know why? Because Arsenal shut them up yesterday. That's why.
Aubameyang. Okay, let's get back to this. So, Tottenham, Arsenal, amazing if you're an Arsenal fan. Amazing if you're a Tottenham fan. You got to wonder what's going on with this team because they haven't really looked. To me, they've just been pulling out wins and draws, and they shouldn't have won or drew a lot of those games. So they're getting lucky this season. They got pretty much put back to reality here. And I don't think Tottenham are doing good this year at all, like everybody thinks, just because they're undefeated. But they were barely undefeated, you know what I mean?
Well, that's what I mean. Like, you're saying that, people are going to question, is Arsenal real? Because, 1 minute we're winning games like this against Tottenham, and then there's games versus Man U where we just look absolutely abysmal and that we're not real. Like,
no, we didn't. We played better than Man U. We just didn't finish. What are you talking about? Absolutely
You're absolutely. No, we didn't. Just because we had 2 or 3 chances, like you said, baby
we
Jesus.
Played better. Yeah. Are you
crazy?
Because the VAR call, that was absolutely rubbish. The VAR call.
Okay, so what's your excuse? Like you said, there was no early, excuse. Like you said, Odegaard and baby Jesus.
My excuse.
We could have probably won that. We could listen. We could have won that, but they were blown opportunities for us, right? That's what you said.
Yeah, that's not. They were absolutely abysmal.
I'm not saying we're the entire team, but there were players that Odegaard and baby Jesus.
Abysmal. That's wrong. You don't know what that means then, because I said they just didn't take their chances, and they
did. Because it's not a matter of our chances. We did not play good over.
Yeah, we did. We played good. You have no.
You think every game we play is good?
No, I don't. That game we played better than Man United.
Give me a game that you think we did not play good, and don't say the first game because I know that's where you're going.
Yeah, Crystal Palace was the only game. How every other game we didn't play bad? What are you talking about?
We did play.
Okay. Is this guy high? What's this guy talking about?
How can you say we played bad if we won? A bad team doesn't win a game.
A bad team gets results. Sure, look at Tottenham, look at Chelsea, look at Man City when they were playing poor against Newcastle. They came back, tied it. They got a result still. They still played bad though. What are you talking about? You can play bad and win. Lots of teams do that.
Let's use Chelsea as an example. Is Chelsea a bad team, or are they they're good, but they have missed opportunities?
Look at 60,000 attended. Yeah, every game at Tottenham. Same thing. Same thing every single week. Every single week. Well, I don't know what that means. 60,000. Wow, that's.
No,
good. If it doesn't sell, then there should be a problem. They shouldn't put the NFL there anymore.
They are going to put the NFL there.
Yeah, I said if they didn't sell out, they shouldn't put it there anymore. This guy's got to do a lot more listening then. But,
I don't know. So far, the stuff you said to me has already dumbed me down a bit. It feels like I'm talking to Mike.
No, you're like abysmal. Well, no, not abysmal. No, but look at. So we got Brighton and Liverpool. Brighton were up 2-0. They came back and then blew the win. That's bad. That's bad as hell. Nuno, what's that guy's
I don't
name?
know if it's bad. Like,
yeah, it's pretty bad.
Okay,
They're
fair enough. I
Liverpool.
can see your point on that, but it's better than losing it altogether. Right? Oh,
Good
here
day
you
to
go.
you guys. Yes. There's
Tyrone, where's my money?
Yeah, it's bad. If you blow a lead at in the 90 minutes, that's bad.
Okay, so would you say the Crystal Palace? I know you're going to get to that. Is same thing.
Where Crystal Palace? What do you mean, right here? Crystal Palace, the guy.
Like you said, it's bad to blow in the last minute, which is what they basically did because they were winning that.
That's why
they were winning 1-0.
That's why they're just a point out of relegation.
But I'm saying, is it really that bad when you look? Okay, fine. Brighton's a bit different because they were one of the top tier teams earlier. But like I'm saying, like Crystal
2-0.
Right, but I'm saying like with Crystal Palace, with them being like we said,
I'm saying Liverpool blew the lead at the end.
But let me finish.
No, what I'm saying about?
If you let me finish, I'll tell you what I'm talking about.
Man, I can't even if you
let me finish, you'll understand.
Okay. Yeah, I already know what you're gonna say.
What am I gonna say?
Because Crystal Palace. No, Brighton was losing.
I
Liverpool
know they
made the come. Listen.
Yeah. Okay, go ahead.
Liverpool made the come. Oh my god. Liverpool made the comeback, and they blew the lead in the 90th minute. That's bad for Liverpool because Liverpool have high expectations. For a club like Crystal Palace, Chelsea should be the ones that are feeling embarrassed because they almost lost to Crystal Palace or tied. That's the difference.
Well, that's not where I was even going with it, though. So this is what I was going with the Crystal Palace thing. So Crystal Palace 1-0, right? Leading that. Aubameyang scores, draws. Everyone's like, oh, fuck, here we go again. Chelsea's going to sneak out a win, which they did because Gallagher scores in the 90th minute. But I'm saying for Crystal Palace, with them being a lower team with no expectations, is it more excusable for that happening than in like the Liverpool?
I just explained everything.
No, because you're saying because it's basically you're saying it's a name game with it being Liverpool and Brighton. It's high expectations.
No, because they made the comeback already, and then they blew it in the 90th minute. That's not what happened in Crystal Palace game. They're winning 1-0. Aubameyang tied it. So there's
1-1.
Gallagher scored. Or whatever, Conor Gallagher, whatever the guy's name is.
Then, we don't follow Chelsea players.
That's different. This was in the 90th minute. Sorry. Whatever, yeah. And that guy said Palace was almost disgraced. Yes, exactly.
What are you talking about already disgraced? You were already disgraced to be going into this game.
Ooh, that's some jazz. But Crystal Palace and Chelsea. Now, Crystal Palace is going to feel bad because they probably feel like they needed that win because they're sitting on relegation line. So they're going to feel like it was bad and they were hard done by, which they kind of were because Chelsea, again, didn't play great. And they got lucky to get a result.
Chelsea, we know this. That's Chelsea's got a horseshoe up there, all the time.
Yeah. What's this guy say? Oh, the same thing. Okay. And then Fulham versus Newcastle.
No goal for Mitrovic. Finally. I think the goal streak finally ended.
Too. Yeah, he got an injury too, I think.
Did he?
And Newcastle, Almiron scored a brace, which is 2 goals. And they might, it's crazy if they get top 4 this year without even spending that much money. That's pretty good because they have a lot of people and they might if they get top 4, that'd be crazy. Or they might get top 6.
Well, that was your prediction, right? Like as far as one of the sleeper teams possibly or big spenders would be Newcastle.
Yeah, I think Newcastle and Fulham's a team that I still think will go down. I think their little Cinderella story's coming to an end. That's how I feel. The cottage, yes.
I mean, put it this way: like Chelsea fans we are in turmoil, but we will come right. Yeah, but you're in 5th place. Are you really in turmoil if you're in 5th place?
Yeah, let's just say this: you're not in turmoil, I guess, because you guys are used to winning and buying everything and getting your way.
Well, the thing with them is, so far in 7 matches,
Yeah,
you
the
either
American
have
owners
lost your
suck.
games or you've won your games. Like, you haven't drawn. You have no
Yeah,
draws yet.
but I'll say this: getting a result when you're playing bad is huge for a team. Just like I
But
said
that's
with
what I mean.
Tottenham. Yeah,
Like
when
let's say,
when they start clicking, then the league could be in trouble.
put it this way: if you had, even from those 3 losses, you drew 2, you're in 4th place right now, based
Yeah,
off of the standings right now.
yeah. Like
So,
you
like
guys should
you're
have
saying,
lost a few. You guys should
like
have
you're,
lost a few games.
but like you're saying, Joe,
Mhm.
like correct me here, but still, right now, I'd say, like we said, come November, we're now going into October. By November, we know who's going to be the challengers, But right now, every game, I'd say, up until World Cup, you cannot afford to leave
No,
points out there.
no. Remember? Yeah, I said that before. I said
That's what I'm saying. Like,
everybody's downplaying like all these easy games that Arsenal have.
yeah,
I'm like, these are
they're
the must-win games
yeah,
for
like
Arsenal.
yes, they're easy. That's why we need to take the 3 points when it comes
Yeah,
to it. Like
this
like
is
you
my
said,
view. This
Liverpool, they
yeah,
went from having 3 points, you have 1 point.
this is my view. I would rather beat all the smaller teams and lose a few to the
Yeah,
big teams, because you have a better chance. I'd rather because usually Arsenal plays bad against the bad teams,
nope.
like previous years. So it's like now they're playing good against the bad teams and good against the good teams too, though.
Yeah, two things. Tyrone, no, you're still not in turmoil. You're not at that phase yet. If you drop a couple more games that you should win, or you have results like this,
Yeah,
then yes. I say if you're hovering around 500 come World Cup, then yeah, I say you're in turmoil.
yeah. I think if you guys drop out of top 6, or like that's bad.
Like,
That's
like
bad.
that's the thing is like here. Let's just bring up Chelsea for a quick second. See who your games are. Like your next couple games. So you've got the Wolves, Aston Villa, Brentford, Man United, and Brighton again. So those are your next 5 games. Those are
Yeah,
all easy wins for you, or must wins. Like
they
you
should
don't
be.
play you don't play us, you don't play Liverpool, you don't play Tottenham, you don't play Man City. Those are 4 to 5 games you should win.
Yeah. So let's move on from the Newcastle game. Southampton versus
And
Everton.
Everton's trying to avoid relegation.
Everton's gonna do it. I had a feeling they wouldn't be relegated, and I hope they don't, because it'd be a shame.
No, when
And Southampton, man, Ward Prowse has been all he can do is kick free kicks. I think this guy. That's it. I think
you need somebody you can.
yeah, but it's like if he's not, how they have the pinch hitter in baseball. I wish they had
Yeah.
that for soccer, where they could just get the free kick taker to come on.
You're taking this.
Yeah, but go back on the bench. You ain't good.
Yeah, exactly. You take your kick, go back.
Yeah.
You don't have to play any minutes. Just do your kick.
Because man, Southampton has been letting me down lately. I thought they'd be doing better for some reason.
They say they should be easy wins, but well, yeah, fair enough. Nothing really so far this season can be classified as an easy win.
That works for Arsenal, because everybody says, "Oh, Arsenal has this easy schedule and they're lucky," but they won them all, and a lot of teams couldn't win them all. Like Man City has 2 ties, you know. Tottenham has 2 ties and a loss now, so I don't know.
Right.
At least Arsenal has 1. Yeah, I don't think Everton. I never did think Everton will drop. I think they have too much talent on that team. They got a lot of players, and once they click, they're going to be pretty good. I think that's how I feel about Everton. I don't know. I think Lampard is going to keep his job. It's crazy to say that.
You think Lampard's keeping his job?
Yeah. What do you don't think so?
It's hard. It's hard to say. Like,
Now, Steven Gerrard, on the other hand.
yeah, how he still has a job. But what I wanted to bring up was more so is we're talking about next coaches being fired, and it's like you and me said, and even after this debacle with Brighton, how does Klopp still have his job?
Yeah, Klopp's just living off his past.
Like, I don't understand. So Tuchel and Klopp, same results. Let's say realistically, so far this season, Tuchel's gone.
Yeah,
Klopp is not taking any. Like they haven't shown any improvement. Like he said, like the team said yesterday, we got to go back to basics. You shouldn't have to go to back to basics going into what we're starting the week next week into week 10 of the season.
I think they should play Trent in a different position. Trent Alexander-Arnold should be a forward, like on the wing, or a midfielder. That guy is not even close to a defender. I don't know. That guy cannot defend. What? I don't know. I guess they use him as a wing back, but it's like they should try to use him in a different position and put a real defenseman back there. I don't know. It just exposing the team out back. It looks crazy.
Right.
Making lots of mistakes, game in, game out. I don't know. And that Nunez guy, I said before the season started, Liverpool are going to drop out of top 4. I didn't think they're going to have this bad of a season, but I think they're going to drop top 4 because I think Sadio Mane was the heart of that team, and it's showing it now, right? It has to be.
Well, now it's showing it. Absolutely, it is.
Yeah. So let's get to this game. Crystal Palace versus Chelsea. And I was loving it when Chelsea was down 1-0. I was like, oh, man, this is so good. And then they came back. Aubameyang, I knew he would go there and score. Like, not at Crystal Palace. I knew he'd play well for Chelsea and get goals because I think he has something to prove to everybody because everybody's, like, kind of written his whole – they're like, after Arsenal, you're written off kind of.
Yeah.
Even halfway, even when he was at Arsenal, everybody was like, this guy doesn't have it anymore, kind of, you know?
Right.
So I think he has something to prove. Maybe not to anybody, just to himself, to be like, I need to stop being a superstar and get my shit together. I don't know. Have a legacy. I don't know. Unless he just doesn't care and he likes money too much.
No, that's how some of them are.
Mm-hmm. It's sad. But, yeah, I don't know. What do you think about this game?
Hang on, so what Tyrone wrote. Everton will not drop a league, that's for sure. I think for sure. Boring. This is the way I'd sum it up. I think all Chelsea games are boring lately. For the amount of money and
like they spent like more
and transfers they got like Tyrone can even answer for this because Mike's not here probably, but look at how excited everyone was when they got Koulibaly
or Fofana.
Yeah, like you all, and then Aubameyang. Like you guys are signing all these players, that's great, but to get 2 goals and that second goal to be in the 90th minute, like no, you shouldn't have to get it in the 90th minute. That's 2 games. That's 2 games now. That he hasn't played, but they got from us Omar, right?
Oh, and they got a few other guys because they spent more than Arsenal, and everybody's saying, "Oh, Arsenal spent a lot of money." They spent 200 something.
Well, you know what it is. They didn't get where they needed to spend the money, which was getting rid of Mendy.
Yeah, Koulibaly. I think I was talking about. I think I'm thinking of Manchester United because they spent 250 million. I think.
Yeah, they spent something. Well, because they spent almost 100 alone on what's his face?
He said boring football.
Yes, boring football. Yeah, Chelsea has played boring football.
And then this game, Bournemouth and Brentford.
Now that was just a snooze fest.
Bournemouth and Brentford, man. Oh, yeah, it's 2 teams.
Kind of have no direction.
Besides Ivan Toney, the rest of who cares, kind of. I don't know.
Kind of idea. Yep.
Yeah. West Ham and Wolves. Wolves have been pretty disappointing too. Yeah, and they have a lot of good players. It's same with West Ham too. I don't know.
Well, that's the thing, and that's why I was so I still don't understand why they were so against selling Neto at the deadline.
Yeah, it's crazy.
They very well may open that up and come January.
Yeah, if I was Arsenal, I'd go for him again. And Douglas Luiz.
I don't think we'll go for Luiz now.
Now
that we're healthy, I don't think it's going to be priority. I think we need to have...
I'll tell you this. We didn't talk about the Fabio Vieira goal. Fabio Vieira, he scored his first goal. Mm-hmm. And he looks like he's going to be a good player for us.
I'm still waiting for us to play Marquinhos more.
You like that guy, eh?
I think he's going to be great for us. Like, I think to be honest, he's a big reason on why we weren't so upset about losing Omar to Chelsea.
Yeah, and I'll tell you. So the next game, Man City versus Man United, in my pool, I have
scored
Holland.
2 today, but they still got their ass handed to them.
I have Holland and I have Foden. They both scored hat tricks in my pool.
Yeah,
like, that's crazy.
Well, what? Haaland's got 13 goals now? 13 goals in 10 matches.
Yeah, Foden got finally a hat trick. That's crazy. Good for Foden. Man United, here we go, man. Look at this. Anthony Martial comes back, scores 2 bangers, and that Anthony guy, crazy, eh?
Yeah.
And it was just like boys versus men. Man United scored the goals when they took off all their players and played.
You got 2 in like the last 5 minutes. So this is more of a 6-1 thrashing than a 6-3.
It could have been more. I think they just let the gas off. I mean,
they didn't care. They knew.
Yeah. That was a nice. I liked watching that game because I like seeing
Man U lose.
Anthony, the United player you're thinking of, scored 2.
No, he got the 1.
Yeah, he got 1. Anthony Martial scored 2 today. Yeah, Anthony Martial came back.
Yeah, United are still shit. It's great.
It's great. I love it because if anybody is a football fan from the 90s, Arsenal's real rivals are Man United.
Man U.
I think, and same with Liverpool. And like this Man United, I mean, this Manchester derby was never really a thing until like the last 5 years.
Well, because Manchester City started to become actually irrelevant.
The last 10 years or whatever the hell. Yeah, that's
well, like we talked about that. We said what derby is the biggest derby.
Yeah.
And it's our derby.
Yeah, it's our derby.
There is no big. You can say it's some people will say, "Oh, it's the Manchester Derby because it's Man City, Man United."
Side, yeah, no.
But like you said, it's nothing. It's not the same history or same meaning or same rivalry as ours.
Yeah. Even though,
even use us and Chelsea. I'd say people would rather see us and Chelsea clash more than,
Yeah, I think Chelsea's in the same boat as City. They never really had any rivals until like recent years, and Chelsea still doesn't really like. They call it. They have Tottenham rival, but not really.
Well, no. If anyone, I'd say if you're going to really chase Chelsea has a rival, it's Man City because they always say, "What shade of blue is it?"
No, but they have to. No, it'd be West London, so they'd be like Fulham. That'd be their guy. Or
no. But I'm just saying because like Mike says, oh, it's Chelsea blue.
But in London, I don't know. They'd only have Fulham.
Yeah,
basically.
I'd rather cheer for Fulham than Chelsea.
And then South London, they have Crystal Palace, and that's where Arsenal are originally from. Is South London and Woolwich. At the Armory used to be in Woolwich. They used to make like bullets. That's why they're called Arsenal.
Yeah,
I don't know. So
the
Woolwich.
Gunners.
Yeah,
Gooners, whatever way you want to pronounce it. Gunners.
And now Leeds United versus Aston Villa. Another snooze fest. Leeds United got a red card. Let me down in points. Ollie Watkins is let me down hardcore. Coutinho, I thought he'd be doing better. The guy, he's playing good, but he's just the forwards.
Oh,
What?
I wanted to bring up a point. So,
this guy.
How do you not start Ronaldo yesterday?
What do you mean?
So they were saying that the strategy they went in because
today. You mean?
What's that?
Today?
Oh, sorry, today. Yeah. Sorry, today.
I was
like they said like they didn't understand why for someone like Casemiro and Ronaldo both should have been starting, and instead you went with who went? Eriksson, I think, was one of them.
No, McTominay.
McTominay, and who was the other one?
Who was the forward today?
But whoever it was they like. Why would you not have put Ronaldo and Casemiro first?
Yeah, I forget who
they were looking at veteranship. Is where I'm going with this. for that, why would you not have put those two in instead? Because speaking of which, that's your other big money signing, man. You have
they went with
Casemiro.
They went with Rashford, but Rashford has a hot foot lately. I can kind of see it, but I like McTominay over Casemiro is crazy. This guy got spun around. Malacia and Dowlett, They both got spun around like spinning tops today. They were awful. Rashford got sent off. Yeah, Jadon Sancho was awful. This guy would do much except the goal. Awful, this guy. This guy was the only decent guy. Martinez, I mean, he looked like a boy. And Varane, the guy looked bad. That's all I gotta say. The whole team was just awful. I thought you can't even say anybody looked good on that team today. Except for Martial. The guy came on late in the game, scored 2 goals. Yeah. And nobody even gives him a whiff. So
they're looking at a bigger picture. They're going, "Oh, Alan got 3 goals again."
So who's your lock of the week for tomorrow? We got Leicester versus Nottingham. Nottingham? That's your lock? You're going that easy.
Nottingham's there. I think they're going to bounce back. They've been the slow start to the start of the season. I think they're going to start going on a run.
I'm calling this Leicester City first win of the season, first points.
Absolutely not.
Yeah, Jamie Vardy scoring 2 goals. He's getting it done tomorrow. He's sick of this. Imagine if Vardy doesn't play. Then if Vardy doesn't play, they lost. But if Vardy plays, they won. That's what's happening. But let's look at the games next week here. So we're gonna pick now. This is a segment where we pick the winners of next week. We're not gonna go too much in detail. We're just gonna pick winners, and then when Davis is gonna pick his lock of the week.
That's right.
And yeah, so the lock of the next week, and that's the one that you should put all your money on. Mortgage out.
Are you listening?
Yeah.
You gotta win back some money to give me money.
Yeah, first one. Newcastle, Brentford.
Newcastle.
Yeah, I'd say Newcastle. That one's. I don't think Brentford's gonna. I'll even say this. It's more than 2 goals. By more than 2 goals. I'll say it's like 3-0.
I could meet you at 2 goals. I don't think it's gonna be a 3-goal difference.
I think it'll be a big, big, big game. Leicester City versus Bournemouth. I'm going Leicester City.
Bournemouth
Foxes. This guy's going Bournemouth, but Manchester City for Southampton.
Man City.
I'm going Man City. That's the thing with Arsenal games. Every game's a must win because you got Man City breathing on your neck. You can't have a hiccup. Now this gets to the fun part. Chelsea and Wolves. Wolves have been playing pretty bad, but can they pull a result out?
You really want to know my answer?
Yeah.
Lock of the week, the Wolves win.
Lock of the week, Wolves win. No way. This is the big money D lock right here.
Put your money down, the Wolves.
We got the Wolves.
I think the coaching change is going to wake them up.
Damn, that's crazy.
If Chelsea keeps playing, they're going to start losing games like this.
What does that mean for Chelsea if they lose again?
If Chelsea does lose this, let alone even draw, this team is not going to compete this year.
Compete for what? Top
Anything.
6?
They're not. We already said they're not getting it. They're not going to win a Champions League. We know that.
Yeah, but let's just say this: they're not going to compete for a Premier League. It's clear already. Like
that's what I mean. That's what I'm saying. So all the money you've spent, no Premier title, no Champions League title.
But top 4. I think if they,
I don't even see top 4. No, they're borderline even top 6 right now. So no top 6. Let's leave it at those 3 things. No top 6, no Champions League, no Premier title. This season is going to be a flop for them, and something's got to change in the offseason.
Damn, that's hammer talk right there. Damn. All right. Brighton versus Tottenham.
That could be very tricky.
I'm going to say Brighton.
I was thinking that, but I think Tottenham's going to be a little pissed off for getting embarrassed by us, so I'm going to go the other way. I'll take Spurs.
I'm still going to stick with Brighton. I'll say it's not going to be a high-scoring game, 1-0, something like that. Some
Harry Kane scores again.
Harry Kane, oh, damn. West Ham versus Fulham.
This will be one of the better games, I think. Fighting talk.
What?
Tyrone.
Dang. Yeah, he went in on Chelsea a little bit there, didn't he?
You all right?
Yeah, but West Ham, Fulham.
I'm gonna go. I'll take.
I'm going West Ham.
I'm going Fulham. Mitrovic gets back on there. He gets goals. Blah blah blah.
This game, Crystal Palace, Leeds United.
Snooze fest.
Yeah, it's gonna be Leeds United.
I'm seeing a 0-0 draw.
Ooh, Arsenal versus Liverpool. This one's gonna be interesting. This is gonna be our biggest test of the season. Even though Liverpool have been playing bad, but they're gonna show up for this game. Trust me. I said that about the United game too. I said it's gonna be a hard game. That's gonna be remember I said that? I said the United and Liverpool game will be the hardest ones. And it's like this one's gonna be another hard one where it's gonna be tricky. And I just hope they just don't show up against us. Wake up. But at the same time, I do because I want to see the young boys at Arsenal get a good test in and actually win and grind one out. It'd be nice. So either way, I think
I'm going with in that matchup. I'm saying we win 3-0, and Klopp is fired in the morning.
Damn, that's a hot take. That is a hot take.
Well, realistically, if we do beat them, say by that, how can you realistically, if you're going to compete, if you're Liverpool, how can you keep going every week with Klopp there? If you get handled like that,
I'm saying this, we're winning that easily.
Right, but like I said, as far as my question goes, I need to know from you.
Yeah.
Why is he there still?
Why does he get so many chances? Because I guess he's brought them a golden era, brought them their first Premier League.
Okay, but Tuchel's provided wins and titles of sorts
to
them.
Not a Premier League.
No, but still, it's not like Chelsea's been dragging ass, for years.
Yeah.
Not that Liverpool has either. Like, don't get me wrong, they've finished top 4, but they look out of sorts. All right, Tyrone, give me my money next week. You owe me.
Yeah. Mempen. Yeah, I don't know. It'll be a hard one. I was trying to see. I just hope, because the problem is, I'll be honest with you. At my pool, I'm just looking at my team now. So next week I got Saliba, Saka, Jesus, Luis Diaz, and Gomez. Two Liverpool guys. So I think I'm gonna switch off. I think I'm gonna actually cut Gomez for Malacia because I got him, and Man United are playing Everton, and I think Man United are gonna beat Everton.
You think so?
I don't know. Did we even say that yet? Oh, we haven't got there yet, eh?
No, we haven't got there yet.
Okay.
What I know your pick is.
Yeah, I think they have to beat Everton next week. They have to. After that embarrassment. Yeah.
If I'm being selfish, I want Everton to win.
Oh, hell yeah. Me too.
But realistically, Man U wins.
Realistically, Man U wins?
Yep.
This guy with his Yankees post. Yeah, I think. I'll say this about the Arsenal game first. I'll say we win 2-1.
You think so?
Yeah, I can't see it being a smoke show. But hey, I hope it is. I hope you're right, because I'd love to beat them 3-0, and I would love to see Man City actually get whomped by Southampton. It'd be beautiful. Because let me see this. Hold on. I want to see my team here. Who do I got? Yeah, see? I got Ward-Prowse and I got Diaz. I'm thinking about taking Ward-Prowse off. It's crazy. It's crazy. Really? It's a crazy game, eh? It's a crazy game. I don't know. But yeah, Leicester City is going to be my lock of the week. I think they're going to pull one out. And Liverpool, I think they'll still lose, but I don't think it'll be as easy as the Tottenham game. I think Tottenham game was super easy and it was awesome. Mike Fake, I'm just here to support Joe. Oh, damn.
I'm just
Everton,
I don't want
Man
no
United.
support from a Chelsea lover.
Ooh, Everton, Man United.
Man United.
Yeah, I have to say Man United. I think Ronaldo starts. I think Casemiro starts. I think this is where Ronaldo's going to turn it around, maybe.
I don't think he's turning it around at all.
Ooh, you think he's done, eh?
Unless he goes to us in the.
I'm saying this: if they give him a chance, I don't like Ten Hag after the game today. He said he didn't want to play Ronaldo because he didn't want to, because Ronaldo has a big legacy and he didn't want to ruin it or put a.
Why not put him in a meaningful game though? You say you don't want to ruin his legacy, but you're ruining it by not playing him or starting him.
Yeah, it's crazy. This Ten Hag guy makes no sense to me. I don't think I think he'll be fired too.
That's what I was going to say. So is he going to be fired before the end of the year?
Oh, if he keeps screwing up, like this guy has made bad choices. He's just getting lucky, man. The last few wins, just luck, pure luck. This guy. But Aston Villa, Nottingham Forest.
Forest.
I'm going Aston Villa. I think Forest are going down. And I think they spent the most money in the Premier League, right?
Yep. Yeah, they had just before the window closed, they had 22 new transfers.
But it's like this: you look at their signings; they're a bunch of nobodies. It's just like a bunch of who care kind of Imagine if Arsenal signed three. Let's just say three of their best signings. I'd be pissed if Arsenal signed them. That's it.
Yeah,
I'd be like, oh, whoa, like Lingard, come on. I'd be pissed.
Yeah. Like you said, it's a bunch of nobodies, and you're just signing for the sake of signing.
Yeah, just they had to make moves. It kind of reminds me of Fulham, what Fulham did, and then they got relegated.
Yeah, pretty much.
Same thing.
Try and save the grace or try and look like you're doing something, but you're really not doing anything.
Yeah, it's I don't understand these clubs that do this kind of stuff. It's why sign? Why not keep your core and then sign three? If you're going to spend $200 million, spend it on 3-4 good players and let the rest figure it out. Yeah. Why would you buy a whole bunch of just
players?
I don't know. Yeah,
I'm just figure out how to play with each other and figure it out.
Yeah, it's like this. Who wants to sign up? Me. It's that's how it feels. It's like you're on this side, you're on this side.
Yeah, exactly, right? Yeah. Shirts versus skins again.
Yeah. It's crazy. I don't know. I think that team's messed up. But yeah, man, I'm just happy that we embarrassed Tottenham. It was beautiful. Especially Tottenham are so the fans are so cocky and they've never won anything.
Well, no, that's what
how
you
are
were
you
saying.
So cocky? Yeah, how are you so cocky? Their best years are our worst years, and we still have three or four more trophies than them. They don't even have a trophy in their best years, in their golden era. And we have 3 in our worst era. So it's what? I don't get it. Something's missing.
Yeah, no, I know what you're saying.
Oh, and this other guy said that Man City is the best team assembled in history. And I was like this. That's pretty tough. Because I think they're worse than last year.
Well, yeah, because you even said, who did they really sign?
Yeah, let's just say this. If Haaland gets injured, they ain't that scary.
No,
they're not.
He doesn't even have to get injured, but if you can just shut him down,
and if you look at
somebody else,
if you look at their first 7 or 10 games last season, they won every single one by a big margin. This year they struggled hardcore. So do they have a better team or do they just have a goal machine? I don't know.
Right.
I mean, we'll see at the end of the year. If Arsenal win the league,
Yeah.
Man City has a worse team, and they went out and bought Holland. So like,
Well, yeah, exactly.
yeah, it's
They
crazy,
just
man.
had money to throw around, so they're like, here we go, we're gonna buy the biggest name out there, and everyone's gonna forget how bad we really are.
Yo, so I got this is not soccer, but we got to talk about this because you're gonna laugh at this and you're gonna love it. The Leafs are thinking about playing Marner at defense.
I saw
They,
that.
yeah.
I'm like, why?
Yeah. It's like this. Okay, our defense is bad, so why don't we put Marner back there? It's like, oh man.
I saw that. I'm like, just why? Why would you do that?
Yeah, it's like in the Leafs, Arsenal, Cowboys. It's been rough, you know. And then the Leafs do something like that. It's like for one, they're playing without with two goalies that are like I don't know that should be done, but it's like two Mrazeks. I don't know. Maybe this Murray guy will smarten up, but I don't know.
Well, speaking of that, you did see Seattle's new mascot. You remember Gritty, right?
Yeah. Oh my god. It's like this. You guys are named literally after a giant squid.
Yeah. And you have I don't even know
troll.
what that is.
It's like a transgender troll.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's crazy.
I was gonna say it was Mike.
Yeah, I'll put it up. I'll put it up because it's a hot take. This one.
It's just bad.
It's very bad. It's like unreal. Like it's like you literally had every option to make a good mascot. A big squid, something scary in the water, and then you. What the hell is this?
What's his name again? Boy?
I don't know. It has a name. Yeah, it's Bowie. It's Bowie.
Or
Yeah,
Bowie,
boy. Yeah. Look at this thing. Hey, look at this. It's gonna be on the jersey one day.
Oh yeah, absolutely is.
Look at that thing.
But they're like Bowie the troll. Looks like they bully you.
I think it's supposed to be some sort of mermaid, maybe. I don't know.
I don't think it's a No, it's not a mermaid. What is it?
It's like a troll, but it's like I don't know what this thing is.
No, that's what they're calling it. Yeah, they're calling him that he's a troll.
Yeah, it's a girl though, no, isn't it?
Well, it's still a troll if it's a girl.
Yeah, but it's just crazy. Like that thing is crazy, man. That's the worst mascot. I don't know. This guy better be shooting some guns or something crazy at the games. I don't know.
After being like that's being what your mascot is.
Yeah, it's like this guy better have some power moves, you know? I don't know. Yeah, I don't know about that transgender troll. I think that's awful. Let me tell you, if the Leafs, like I thought the Leafs were bad with Carlton the Bear because it's like this like Hallmark postcard kind of bear.
Yeah, that's what everyone thinks is Hallmark sponsor you.
Yeah, and it's like then you got this, so it's like we don't feel so bad now. Even Gritty's kind of. What do you think of Gritty? It's not the worst one, that's for sure.
It's not the worst one now, for sure. But I mean, it grew on me.
Transgender trolls, man. Damn, that's crazy.
But I mean, okay, so one thing I've never ever understood, and maybe makes sense of this to me, is our mascot. Why the hell do we have a dinosaur?
I don't know why.
I don't know. I'm asking you. I'm just saying. I've never understood that.
The Stars have a dinosaur?
No, not the Arsenal.
Oh, Arsenal. Yeah. The Gunnersaurus. Oh, yeah.
Like, what do you mean? I don't know.
I was like, then I was like, oh, Toronto Raptors. Yeah, Raptors make sense, but damn. Yeah, Gunnersaurus.
I just have never understood it.
Yeah, I guess because it's like a. Yeah,
I don't know. There was
a
story behind it, or
you know what they should have had was like an arms dealer. Or something.
Well, that's what I mean, like that, or even like to a degree, a pirate of some sort would make sense. Firing a cannon off, right? Like kind of like a buccaneer idea.
Yeah, it should have been something with a gun because the armory. They're all about guns, like Arsenal, like weapons. Something with weapons. I don't know. But I guess it's like sensitive. Like I remember I went to Ballard School, and they changed the name from Ballard Bullets to Bobcats because all that stuff that happened at Columbine and all that stuff. So maybe something to do with that. They don't want it to look violent. I don't know.
Right. I mean, like
Yeah.
some of them make sense. Like Chelsea has, I think it's a lion, but the lion's their logo, right?
Yeah.
But like, what
Yeah.
is it? Like Burnley is a B.
Burnley's a B. That's crazy. Well, I could see Brentford being a B because they have
Or Fulham. Fulham's got Billy the Badger.
Billy the Badger. That's crazy too. Maybe they have their Badger heavy in that town.
Right? I'm like, I look at them. I'm like, some of these mascots. I'm like, they just don't understand. But no, that's the one that sticks out to in my head. Is I'm like, why do we have a dinosaur?
It's crazy.
I just don't get this. You know, I gotta look that up.
Gunnersaurus, bro.
Why?
Gunnersaurus. Yeah, man. So I haven't been paying attention to football. We don't get we do get the games on it's on TV now probably if there's a game, but I don't really watch it. But how is it? How is this season? Any big head turners or surprises or no?
Okay. There's your answer. It was a contest and a kid won it and picked our mascot for us.
Ah, so that's okay then, eh?
Inspired Jurassic Park, which came out the same summer, and he picked to make a dinosaur.
And they try to fire that kid's dinosaur.
Right. You're not getting paid for this, but we'll keep you the idea.
Yeah. That's funny.
But as far as you said for football, I mean, we're just doing, I think, week 4 now. Nothing crazy. Like the same teams are still dominant that usually are, but like my team is bad surprisingly this year. Like the Saints are bad. Mike's Colts are bad.
Yeah, the Colts were
like a favorite going into the season, and they're now, I think, 1-3.
Damn, I thought they were looking bad already.
Well, that's what I mean. They've lost a couple of games now, but like Riggin, I mean, you probably didn't see it because, like you said, you don't get much football over there. But like, I guess the biggest thing going on right now is, you know who Tua is, right, from Miami.
Yeah.
So Buffalo played him they played Buffalo last week, and the guy had a concussion just before halftime. He got up from the hit, and like his legs gave out. Like you knew he was just woozy, right?
Yeah.
So they took him in, did the concussion test and everything like that, and he comes right back out like within 15 minutes. Everyone's like, how the hell do you pass like a concussion, protocols in 15 minutes? So they played this past Thursday, and he took a hit to the head, and he was on his back, and like his hands were like literally like a friggin' rat like this. Like he was like just down shaking, and he got stretchered off, and they're like, that's a sign of like severe head trauma. And like they did an investigation, and like the neurologist guy that they have there, they fired him for letting him play. Like you had a concussion on Sunday, and you're playing again a contact sport with hits to the head.
Let's be realistic.
4 days later.
The whole team probably made him sign off on it, and they're like, well, if he gets fucked up, you're the fall guy.
Well, that's what everyone's saying is that's why there's a whole investigation. Right? Everybody who let him play should be fired or suspended or fined or whatever. They're like, why? Like, and that's what people are saying. They're like, what did they make you sign? Or what did you have to sign to be able to play? Or what did they say to make you play?
Yeah, how about the Cowboys and the Giants aren't a surprise?
Giants for sure. Cowboys. Only reason the Cowboys would be because Dax is hurt again. No surprise.
Yeah, and they've been winning without.
And they've been winning with their backup. Yes. So.
Yeah. And
no surprise that with the Cowboys. I think Philadelphia would be the bigger surprise in that division
because they're undefeated.
Yeah, but like the Giants for sure. Giants have been bad for how long, right?
Yeah, the Giants. Like the Giants look like, I don't know. That's surprising that they're like on par with Dallas, and Dallas is their only defeat, I think, right?
Yeah. Like the Giants and Cowboys played last Monday night, and that's who that's the only team that the Giants have lost to is Dallas.
Yeah. So Your team's bad, eh?
But we had the game here. You saw from Mike. He's like over in London today. Yeah, we lost at the end of the game.
That's crazy. How about Tampa Bay though? Their win. They beat Dallas. They spanked Dallas.
Yeah, I mean, it's Tom Brady.
Yeah, so it's like on and on. But they're not really doing that good.
No, exactly. Like they're not when they won the Super Bowl where they were putting up like 40, 45 points. No.
Yeah. So when do they play? Monday or?
No, they're playing. I think in like half an hour. They play tonight against Kansas City.
Wow. Who's the Monday night game? Or did they not do that?
That is a really bad game. I think it's like the Rams. Yeah, the Rams and 49ers tomorrow night.
Oh, the Rams 49ers, though. Those are two.
Those are good games, but they're just they either are high scoring or they're really low scoring.
Aren't they the two guys from last year? Or no?
Yeah, I think so.
Yeah.
Like to make the Super Bowl, yeah.
Yeah, and the Rams.
Rams.
The Rams.
Yeah, the Rams won because they beat Cincinnati.
And Odell Beckham Jr. got what he wanted.
Got his Super Bowl win and everything. Yeah. Yep.
Do you think that makes him great or
no? That's like saying if Arsenal wins, does that make Arteta one of the best managers we've ever had? No.
Well, I'll say this: he surpassed. It's like it's not a Leicester thing, but it's pretty close because it's like last year we were like fighting relegation. Then he brought us all the way to winning the Premier League. That'd be wild. But yeah. But like you see his team that he picked, I think Arteta's gonna be one of the best managers. Ever.
Not ever. For sure. Maybe at Arsenal, but he won't be considered one as the best. It's not like if you're gonna just sit here and tell me he's a Jose Mourinho or a Klopp or even a Tuchel, you're out of your mind.
What do you mean? One of the best managers ever was Arsene Wenger.
Right. So, but are you going to say Arteta is going to be as good as him?
He could be better than him.
No, he couldn't.
Why not?
No, absolutely
not. You don't think so? You don't think there's a chance?
Not a chance.
This guy's my age. Arteta's my age. That's crazy. Like, I was looking at Arteta. I'm like, this guy looks so old. He has to be like 48. I thought he was younger.
He is. He looks really old. And then you look up his age and he's young. He's like, fuck.
40. Yeah, he's 2 years older than me. So it's like, shit, than us, I guess. So it's like, holy shit.
Don't you include me in your age?
Yeah, I'm not that old.
Right? Don't tell people that, my age.
But yeah, I don't know. Yeah, I honestly can't wait till the NHL season starts.
Well, that's what I mean. Like NHL is starting up. This upcoming week? I think NHL is back. Basketball is going to be starting up soon again. They're already doing like Europe League. Football is on. Obviously, baseball is going into playoff. Like it's back to all like the main sports are playing again. Yeah. Soccer, hockey, like it will be those Sundays, Saturdays, like Monday to Sunday. There is a sport of something on.
Yeah, like
even though I know, Mike, you're watching, your racing is still on, so don't worry.
Yeah, does racing even stop? Because it's like I don't even know when they play.
I think racing is kind of like Premier League. It's like a 2-month stop, and then you go again. It's either NASCAR or it's F1.
What's golf about then? Golf's like same thing.
Golf is still on, but I think they're about done. I think they have. I think they finish in October or November, and then they're quiet for like a few months, and then they start back up.
I just had to argue with these guys. I was trying to tell them that baseball is way better than. Basketball is way better than baseball. Like I think they're more athletic, and I don't know how you can't even argue that baseball players are. If you say baseball players are more athletic than basketball players, that's just crazy to me.
Right.
Because like, look at the basketball player. You know what I mean? What do you mean? Yeah. How aren't they athletic? That's like maybe the most athletic. Like maybe it could be one of them because like that sport you got to really be athletic to be good at it.
Basketball?
Yeah, I don't know, but I think hockey is the best overall skilled sport because you got to learn how to skate, learn how to use a stick, and then be good at the sport. Like all the other sports, you kind of just are on shoes. And you just...
I see. I think if you're looking at that logic, it still will always come down to hockey and football. And I think that's because, yes, like you said, like hockey, you have to learn how to skate. And yeah,
I think
what the football thing is, you have to learn how to catch a ball and know you're going to get drilled probably within like half a second, possibly right upside the head. Same with hockey.
That's the basics of every sport, basically.
Not really.
Yeah, it is.
Basketball, you're not going to
learn how to take it in the air.
Basketball, you're going to get poked in the eye. If that, look at
but that doesn't matter about getting hit or nothing. That's not skill or. But
I'm just saying, you being able to, like hockey or football, you have to learn to either control that puck or football. Still,
I don't think football's even close because they stop every 15 seconds for one. Hockey's the only sport without out of bounds.
Soccer's the same.
What do you mean? No, they don't stop every 15.
Not every 15, but there's enough time that when you're Chelsea, you get 10 minutes of extra time.
I'm probably even being a little bit over. No way a play lasts more than 15 seconds. Actually, they throw the ball, it's done. 3 seconds probably.
You spend 15 minutes walking over, picking it up.
Yeah. What's the average? What's the average play?
From play to play, seconds. How long?
Yeah.
If you're doing real time, because obviously if you stop the clock, blah blah blah, you're not counting. But I'd say realistically, play to play,
5 seconds.
No, not that short. Maybe 10. I'll meet you halfway. I'll say about 10 seconds. Play to play.
Yeah, so 10 seconds. 10 seconds, okay.
So you get 6 plays in a minute, roughly.
And sometimes when I watch basketball, I'll give you this. Basketball at the end of the game, it's whoa. But it is exciting. It's the only time you want to watch basketball, but at the same time, every second it's a stop. Stop the play. So it's
that's what I mean.
But it's literally the most exciting.
Well, that's what I mean. You know how many times I'll turn a basketball, especially at March Madness, I'll turn it off. I'll be like, oh, they're losing by 7 seconds with 10 seconds left, and you flip back and they won the game. I'm like, how did you get 7 points in 10 seconds?
Crazy.
And it's you look back and you heave it, and then you score it, and then you stop, and then you heave and score again. I'm like,
the logic I use with the best sports is because I feel like every hockey player could play every other sport decently, obviously not to professional level, but better than any other athlete could play ice hockey. I bet you if you put Shaquille O'Neal on skates, that man is not going on skates. Yeah. You know what I mean, though? Because it's
no, because you're asking him to score on an empty net. Same reason he couldn't hit a free throw.
Yeah, he couldn't do anything. But it's I think just every other athlete trying to play hockey would be more hilarious than a hockey player trying to play basketball, throw a touchdown. I think they could learn that easier.
Right, exactly.
Because they're athletic, intertwining. That's why I think Deion Sanders, Bo Jackson, they could play baseball because baseball wasn't hard on the body for them. No, football was obviously. Yep. Just like LeBron James, he could have played football. He was one of the best in his school at football. He had a scholarship for football, but he chose basketball.
Yeah,
and I apparently he was better at football.
Yeah,
but he said basketball was easier.
I don't even think it's that. I think he went where the money is. Right, you get a basketball football, unless you're a quarterback, you get $50-60 million probably over your career if you're good.
He would have been basketball.
I look at basketball and no-name players, just to sit on a bench for 82 games, you're getting paid all $90 million. I'm like, I'll go shoot a basketball.
That's what I was talking about. Because everybody's like, oh, hockey teams with players that make more than 10 million will never win a cup. I'm like, but that's not the way people should be looking at that. It's I don't get how. I do, because there's less people on the team for basketball, and there's more money and whatever. But it's
right.
It's the cap is only gonna go up by 5 million in 6 years.
Yep.
In hockey, so it's where in 6 years
it goes up $500,000 a year. Yeah.
Yeah, the cost of living and everything is gonna put hockey players so far behind. It's crazy to me. Look at basketball players. Look at baseball players. What are we doing? I can see football players getting paid a lot because they put their body and their mind.
Well, yeah, but even still, it's like who's the guy that just got traded for baseball? Like the top player, I can't remember where he went. When he was from Washington, I think,
I
and
don't know.
and friggin' they offered him like $450 million to stay. I'm like almost like an A-Rod contract. Like A-Rod, what? A-Rod was what? 10 years, 252 million, right? So
That
you
year,
almost doubled that contract.
that year that the Devil Rays, I think, no, what's the team from Florida? I think the Devil Rays, no, Florida Marlins. They won it. Remember that, or went to the finals. The A-Rod made more than the whole team put together.
Yeah, that's what they're saying.
That's
they're like,
crazy. Yeah, and it's like,
that's who it was.
look at so A-Rod making 400 million. No hockey player makes that much in history. You know? No, not even close. Like,
okay, so right there, yeah. So it was that guy, that outfielder from, like I said, Washington, Soto.
yeah,
So he turned down 15-year contract for $440 million, and he's 23.
that's
What
crazy.
23-year-old million? I don't care how talented you are. Needs $440 million.
It's crazy.
But then you look at,
but at the same time, is hey, if somebody's offering that much money, all the
well,
power to
yeah.
you.
Well, he turned it down. That's the thing. That's the kicker. He
That's
wants
crazy.
more.
He's like, I need more than that.
But
That's
like
crazy.
the other one was Patrick Mahomes, 10 years, $450 million. He signed.
That's crazy. That's
So
crazy.
you think about it. So I think they broke it down like literally for every second he's alive, he's making like $3,000.
Do you still believe that quarterbacks deserve that much money?
No.
Or do you think that running backs or
no
a receiver?
player in any sport, I find. Before I used to, like, that's the reason I got involved in sports. I'm like, one day I'm going to make the $200 million contract. But I look at it now as a fan, I'm like, no player needs that much money up front. Like, if you make that over your time, then yeah, fair, fine.
Well, they do. It's
but to just be at 21,
but
22.
it's like this. So the people that own the teams deserve that much? No. Like, if they're sponsors and everybody paying it, it has to go to the players.
But that's what they said. Okay, so everyone's like, Tom Brady makes all this money. Tom Brady. He takes cutbacks every year to make his team better. But you know why? Because his money, it's like Shaq. He didn't make his money playing his career. He makes his money from sponsors.
Yeah.
From doing
Shaq,
Pepsi or clocks or
actually
jeans.
got lucky. Shaq actually got lucky early on in his career because he owns a piece of Google.
Well, Danny got paid in college.
Yeah, well, he owned a piece of Google, and they're like, and it just blew up. So it's like he's like, oh damn, and he got paid in Bitcoin. He had a whole bunch of lucky stuff going on, and he's like a billionaire. Shaq, it's crazy.
Well, yeah, because he's smart. Like he said something. He said like they were talking about his. I remember watching this one time. It was on late night, and he was on there, and they were talking about it, the money, and like he said like I never went to, like, some guys go to Gucci and everything, and they're like, people were shocked that he go into like Walmart and buy a $20 pair of jeans.
Yeah,
and he's like, why am I going to go and buy $1,000 pair of pants when I can buy a 20 pair of pants and they do the exact same thing?
Dude, I used to be like heavy into like, oh, I have to have all the best stuff, best shoe. Now it's like I go to the store here, it's like, I'll just get whatever's cheap, you know. Oh, that's. I look at the price. I'm like, nah, I'm not getting that.
Yeah. Well, now, like you said, inflation. Yeah, like I'm sorry, not paying for that.
Yeah, not paying for that. It's pointless. It's like, but yeah, Shaq's a different animal though. Shaq's smart.
Well, like there's some that are smart with their money, and I see why you get it. But like I find that when you give a kid coming out of college that much money, they just lose their mind, and then they don't know what to do.
Young.
Like that's why they say that's that's why like they said, like for NHL, baseball, basketball, whatever, that you need to have a guardian or overseer of your finances, and like here's take 50 of it, don't let me touch it till I'm like 40,
or you can actually learn it yourself, like people like Shaq did, how to control his money, because but that's a lot more talent, because you gotta Because if you let somebody else count your money for you, you could get into dangerous waters there too. A lot of people got screwed over in sports.
Well, yeah, exactly.
Look
Like,
at Mike Tyson.
you owe me another 10 grand, or you owe me a meal for this, or
Look at Mike Tyson. Don King made him broke.
Well,
he's
yeah,
a
exactly.
high-paid athlete. Yeah. So it's like
it's hard. I saw him. He was doing something. I think he was in Las Vegas with a show with like legends. Like there was a whole bunch of old legends. Like I think like Dennis Rodman was there and Ric Flair and all that. They were talking to like who we grew up with, right?
Yeah.
And like they're talking to Tyson, and he's got the white pure beard and everything. Yeah. But that guy has gone from like the most hated person in the world, to like everyone loves him because he's smart. Now that he's not getting his head punched in, he actually is smart.
Well, he doesn't. It's not that he's like that. It's like he doesn't have that hate. Like he used to hate everything and hate living and be like he used to want to kill everything and be mad at everything. Now he's just like, I don't know what happened to this guy. I know he found like the Islam faith or whatever, and he's like he talks to pigeons and all this stuff. But who knows, man? And he does a lot of weed and mushrooms and stuff like that. So
right.
Who knows? But I always loved Tyson. I got to meet Tyson. I got to meet Tyson and Mayweather.
Well, I know Mike was telling me to watch a fight with him one time, and I'm just like, no, I'm not watching boxing. And he's like, why? I'm like, unless it has the best boxer of all time, I'm not watching it. And he's like, what, Tyson? I'm like, no, not Tyson. I said Butterbean. I said that guy was a legend.
You want to see him versus Steve-O again, eh? Or Johnny Knoxville?
Oh yeah, beat him up in the mall or the shop.
Yeah. Oh man.
But I said Butterbean fought. I said he was. I know it was like a gimmick to sorts. It was just this really oversized person who could take a hit, right?
But he can still fight. It's like John Daly in golf. Same thing.
Well, yeah, exactly.
Yeah, he's still good, but he's just there.
He's nothing special. He's just a commodity.
Yeah, like John Daly used to go to the opens and hit a ball off a beer can.
Yeah, exactly.
Instead of a tee like that. That's wild to me. And it's like this. He showed up drunk and whatever else, and he still was good. It's not like John Daly was awful. He was still good.
Exactly.
Yeah,
he was talented. Like I can say talented. Was he amazing or elite? No. Obviously, he's no Tiger Woods or Jack Nicholson.
Well, let's just say this: if John Daly put everything towards one thing like golf, he could have been.
He could have
maybe. Yeah.
But he wanted to a degree hustle.
Yeah, and he was just that guy, that funny guy that he made golf kind of entertaining for a lot of people too.
Well, yeah, like to a degree, like people are like, oh, he's like a Happy Gilmore. Well, yeah, that's kind of where the idea came from, probably.
When I was playing soccer, we used to go to Canusa, and I seen it's in Flint, Michigan. We used to like travel there. I went to the Buick Open, it was called, and I seen Tiger Woods, Vijay Singh, and Phil Mickelson. It was pretty cool, man. But it's like it was pretty cool to see. But the way Tiger Woods is so focused, I didn't have like so much like respect for golf like that. Like I was like, oh, we'll go because my billet he had free tickets, so I'm like, okay, I'll go, yes. Right. And Tiger Woods, like there's like millions of people just they racing like hole to hole, like course to course or whatever. They're trying to get to see Tiger Woods either putt or tee off. I got to see him tee off, and everybody's making fun of him and whatever, right, in the crowd. And he's just so focused, and he kills it, and then you just hear them go. It's crazy. It just shuts them up. It's just like, oh yeah, he did good. I don't know. Vijay Singh, he was actually at the practice. I don't know what they call it, the putting practice where they do it before they play. And he was actually talking to everybody. He was pretty nice, that guy. But yeah, it was pretty cool seeing Tiger Woods. He's one of the legends. Like he used to be like a Michael Jordan, Wayne Gretzky. I think he still is probably.
Yeah, I'd say he is. Yeah. Yeah. Like it makes sense that for you to classify him as part of that. Absolutely.
Yeah. And okay, if there's a Michael Jordan, Tom Brady, Wayne Gretzky, Cristiano Ronaldo, and Tiger Woods, do you think that there's room for LeBron?
No.
No? Yeah, that's just quick. Do you think LeBron is just milking it so he can play with his son?
Absolutely is. He will play with him, but he's milking it. Yeah, he just wants to keep playing one more year until his son's playing with him. But like everyone said, his son still has to go through like the 2 or 3 years of college before he can even play with him.
Yeah, so let's just say this.
There's no more jumping straight from high school into NBA. Unless you go overseas to Europe.
Like LeBron just keeps playing these half a seasons here. Like what do they call that now? What they did with Kawhi Leonard at Toronto?
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, they play sometimes, you know?
Yeah, exactly. I feel like playing tonight, yeah.
Yeah, it's like if they do that with LeBron, he kind of saves his energy, and his son plays, and they win a championship. That's crazy. You know, that would probably be like one of the craziest things ever to me. I think him winning his son with Bronny a championship with Bronny would be crazy. I don't think there'd be a moment in history that could be better than that, especially for them, obviously. But
right,
but just for like the world, you can't even hate on that. But I don't like realistically. We all like being realistic. That can't happen. There's no way that can happen.
Okay, so one thing they brought up lately is who is better, Kobe or LeBron?
I would say LeBron.
What's wrong with you?
I would say LeBron. I think Kobe.
Don't say where I'm going with this.
Kobe was good, but he had Shaq.
Don't say that because I knew you were going to be one of those people.
He had Shaq. He had everybody on that team those couple of years.
Okay, so that is saying that you could argue that for Michael Jordan.
Yeah, well, let's just say this: his last couple of years in the league, especially his last year in the league, was awful.
Who, Jordan?
Same with Michael Jordan. No, Michael Jordan and Kobe. Yeah. Could LeBron go down and say
Kobe's last game? He put up like 67 points.
Yeah, his whole year we're talking about wasn't good.
Okay, but
one game is one game. Like LeBron has been putting up consistent numbers throughout, and he's been okay.
Losing record in the NBA championship,
but like the Lakers finals were awful. Kobe Bryant's last year.
Kobe has more rings.
I don't care.
He played with a less talented team.
No, he didn't. Are you kidding me? Whoa. What? That's crazy, man.
Were you not part of the whole Miami Heat debacle?
I don't know. I think this. Everybody always says like, "Oh, this guy won a Super Bowl, so that makes him better," or "This guy won a championship." I mean, you can't say that because it's a team game for one. The team game individually.
Okay, but you're saying that right now. Players. You're saying that Kobe only won them because he had Shaq.
A team, yeah, because he had a huge team and he was on the Lakers, yeah.
Why?
But
because
LeBron won it in Cleveland, which wasn't that good of a team.
He had what's his face?
Irving?
No, not Irving. The other one. He was Russian or what was his name? It started with an I.
Kyrie Irving.
No, not Irving. That's gonna bug me.
Shumpert.
Oh, what was his name?
Shumpert or whatever.
No, he looked like a big oversized gorilla. Oh, what was that? LeBron.
Izgelskis.
Thank you. Yes.
Yeah. No, that guy ain't no Shaq or Hakeem Olajuwon or
no, but he was a big body. He was just a big.
Yeah, but LeBron
right to stand there.
I'll just say this: LeBron, at his age, the only thing that let him down was crying. I'll say this: him crying all the time.
He's 10 years later, and he's still doing that.
I'm saying him crying. But people act like Michael Jordan didn't cry every game either to the refs. He cried a lot.
The Jordan meme.
Yeah, he cried a lot. Like people are just excusing it because of his shoes. I don't know. I don't get it. But the guy. Yeah, and everybody forgets his time at the Wizards, or it's like,
even with the Celtics, right?
Yeah,
he played any of those. Everyone says, I know where you're going because everyone's like, well, the NBA back then was different because there was only like three. Like Mike says this all the time. There's only 4 or 5 good teams back then, like in Jordan time, right? As opposed to now, where the NBA, it's always someone, or there's like 6 to 8 good teams, right?
I don't know if I can agree with that totally. I think there's just a lot.
Like realistically, if you think about it, like like if you look at basketball now, it's usually Dallas, Golden State, Lakers.
It's the same team every year.
But that's what I'm saying. But in the East,
or if the players change teams, then it's the team that the player goes to.
Well, that's the thing. Like everyone went to what was 2 or 3 years ago. Everyone went to Brooklyn, right? And Brooklyn was absolutely horrible. Like everyone made fun of Irving because they're like, you all went there. You tried to pull like a LeBron, and you were horrible.
I was just watching the Toronto Raptors. The guy that's under the GM, he's like this. I don't know. He's not Masai Ujiri or whatever. Masai Ujiri. He's the other guy.
Oh, okay, yeah.
You know who I'm talking about?
Yeah.
And he said that they were so close, they almost signed Kevin Durant. And I was like, oh my God. That would
they're still talking about that. They're like, we're so close to signing him, or we're gonna get him, and blah blah blah. And I'm like, no, you're not getting.
No, but the GM came on Sportsnet with that bald guy. What's that guy from Sportsnet?
They're all bald lately.
No, the bald guy with the glasses, Tim. You know, what's his name? They had that Tim and Sid. Yeah, Tim. Yeah.
Tim 6-0.
Yeah, Tim. No, that's Sid 6-0, but Tim.
You give Tim and Sid.
Yeah, Tim. But the guy Tim, he was doing an interview with him, and they said they almost signed him, but I think that the injury is where they kind of backed off. But because Kevin Durant's friends with Drake, so it was like all kind of working out. But I think something happened with the injury that took place, and they're like, we're not. I don't think we're gonna do it. And so I don't. That's why when they said that, he came out with the interview. It was just like a couple days ago. There's no chance. Every Raptor fan, no chance in the world that they're signing Kevin Durant after that. They basically said they're not interested. You know, but they did say he's a good player, and who wouldn't want him on the team? That kind of BS, but no.
Well, it's like what was it, LeVar? He's talking about how his sons are now all in the NBA, like because Lamar's there, Lorenzo, everyone's in there, right?
D'Angelo,
yeah. Okay, I can't be the only one. What are your thoughts on? I won't say him because as much as you hate him, or he never really was the greatest or a good player. What he's got his sons hyped up like they're going to be the greatest thing for the NBA for years, right?
Yeah.
Do you believe that?
Decent. No, I think they're decent, but they're not.
But do you think they're going to be these superstars? Like he thinks they're going to be mentioned down when the time comes. They'll be like mentioned with Kobe and LeBron.
Well, the one guy still plays for the Pelicans, right?
Yeah, but Lonzo is hurt. Like Lonzo's out for a few months. They said now.
Yeah, so now Zion
and the other
Williamson
one keeps getting traded all over the place. Lorenzo.
Yeah, but Zion Williamson came back and he looks pretty decent. So they made a playoff. If Zion Williamson can stay fit like last year, they made a pretty good playoff run. So this year with Zion Williamson, they could be pretty good. I mean, I wouldn't write them off. And I would hate to listen to that guy, LeVar Ball, if Lonzo got a championship.
Well, that's what I mean.
Yeah, and they'd be hyping him up like he won it, eh? Yeah, it would be awful. I don't think they're brothers, but I think the Sutter brothers were better.
Yeah.
Yeah, 100%. Yeah, I don't think.
I had this debate while we're on it. I can't remember. I don't think it was Mike. I think it was somebody else because Mike don't watch basketball really. Best. It can be past or it can be like more present. Best championship NBA team ever to have won one. We're not talking dynasty. We're just talking 1 year where they won it, where they just were obviously on track to win it, and they won it. Best team to do that.
Probably the Bulls. I don't know. Probably the Bulls.
No.
Who?
Dallas.
Dallas
when they went on that run and they had to knock off friggin'
I would say
Miami.
I would say Toronto Raptors, the greatest ever.
No. You had Dirk, and that was it. Dirk had to take care of LeBron, Bosch, and Wade.
Toronto had 0 draft pick players. They had undrafted players, their whole squad. What are we talking about? That's crazy.
Because who do we had? What we had? Jason Kidd,
undrafted. We had no
JJ Barrera, and who was the other one? Jason Terry, Kidd, Terry Barrera, and Nowitzki.
Yeah, but we had undrafted. We had nobody that was like.
You got Leonard.
What do you mean? Yeah, we had Leonard. Leonard wasn't Leonard before it. He's wrapped.
But you got him for that. So you're like, what is going to make that push to get us that championship?
No, Leonard got him. No, it was clear as day. Leonard did not want to be there. He got blackballed, and they moved him to the shittiest team that he didn't want to go to. They're like, he's like, I want to stay close to California.
Yeah, so like, let's send you to Toronto.
What's that coach? What's that coach's name? Jesus Christ! Oh my God! What's the coach's name? You know, for Sacramento Kings.
Oh,
I mean not Sacramento Kings. Spurs.
San Antonio.
Yeah.
Oh, I know who you mean.
What's his name? That fucking guy. You know he's salty.
I know who you mean. I'm trying to.
Yeah. What's his name? Yeah. Jeez, I can't believe I forget his name. That's crazy.
Not Popovich.
Popovich. Yeah. So Popovich sent him to Toronto because he's like, I want to stay closest here. I want to stay in America. I want to stay here and quiet. So they didn't like each other. So he's like, because he thought Kawhi was soft because of his injuries problem and stuff like that, faking it and all that. So he sent him to Toronto, and obviously Kawhi is dumb. I'm gonna say this. I was a big Kawhi guy. Like Boardman gets paid. I have the T-shirt, and I was like, "There's no way this guy is not signing again to Toronto. I don't care how much he likes California. What does he go and do? He could have had a whole country behind him, maybe win for a couple more years, but he goes to the Clippers because I don't even know why. He could have had a legacy and a legend. Now it's just like Kawhi kind of what? It's like they're okay still, but it's like, is anybody calling him the greatest right now? Like they were when he was with Toronto? No. You know what I mean? Nobody's saying like, oh, Kawhi's the top 3 player now. Nobody's saying that this year. I haven't heard that. Kawhi kind of went sour. It's just like, what do you think about people that choose money or go like over being a legacy? Do you think that you have a short time, so you should be a legend? If you have a chance to be a legend, wouldn't you want that for your kids, for everybody? Like, you know, like I have a chance to be a legend, but I'm going to throw it away because of money. Or like he clearly went, it's crazy. I think that's absolutely crap, but I don't know. But then again, I could be a hurt Toronto fan that's like, oh, I wish he would have signed because.
Yeah, but he was never going to sign.
No, there was no like the private jet company even offered to pay for his private jets every weekend to go back to California, but the guy he just couldn't do it. But I'll give this to Kawhi. He actually flew back to Toronto and said goodbye and rejected.
He still had enough respect to I don't want to be here, but it was good to win a championship here and blah blah blah.
I think if LA, like, I'll say this: if LA kind of didn't want him or something, he'd go to. I think he would have signed to Toronto. But it's like if his home team, and you can't be mad at a guy that wants to play at home. You know, it's like I don't know.
Every player wants to play for their home team or their home city,
and especially like that's probably his team growing up too. Like he likes the Clippers over the Lakers, so it means a lot.
Well, it's like Tavares, right?
Yeah,
like he was an Islander, and he when the opportunity to play for Toronto, he's like, yeah, I want to play for the Leafs.
And it's like this, just like the Clippers. Everybody in Toronto, everybody in LA were like, oh, man, we're getting this guy. And then it turned out to be nothing.
Well, yeah, exactly.
Like, so.
It's just a whole bunch of smoke. And
yeah, I think they call it something management. Man, I forget what they call it. Something management. Where they get injured and they're like, oh, we're just going to play these games. It's crazy, man.
Like that's what Kobe does. Same thing. He's like, oh, I got poked in the eye. I'm going to take off 2 quarters. It's like, you just flush your eye. Your eye's fine. Get back out there. He's like, no, my eye. I swear it's hurt.
And that's where, like, I think hockey players are like different from a lot of athletes. I think hockey players, play with
you'll
injuries.
have players like who's that goalie that got his throat cut?
Yeah, that's crazy. That was crazy. I forget the goalie's name, but that's crazy.
Like
Imagine
that just happened recently too. Like again, like freak accident. Like it just happened. I swear it happened like 2 years ago.
Yeah, it's crazy though. Imagine that. But the guy with the skate, right? The guy skate.
Yeah, he like the guy got like the defenseman or forward just got upended right in front of the goalie and just blade came across and cut him.
That's like some shit. That's some like what's that movie called? Where they all die and it's like they have no chance of escaping that with Devon Sawa.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, what's that? Where this? Oh man, I can't believe it. I don't know the name of that. Damn. But yeah, where they can't escape death, no matter what. That's what's gonna happen. But he didn't die, obviously. But
no, like, oh, it bugs me. I'm trying to think who that player was. I wanted to say Sawchuck, but it wasn't. That's why. Hang on, give me 1 second. Who was it?
Final Destination is the movie I was thinking about.
Oh, where everyone dies? Yeah.
Yeah, that's right. It's like no matter what, you can't stop it. That skate's hitting that guy's throat.
2020 or 2008. That's when it happened.
Yeah, it's crazy, eh?
Depuzo?
Well, Depuza?
Yeah.
I know there's another one too, eh?
Yeah.
In 1989. That's crazy.
But like just those type of injuries, like do you remember Brent Sopel?
Yeah, Brent Sopel, yeah.
I was just looking at like the weirdest injuries, and like they're saying like how he threw his back out the one time because he was eating crackers. He said
that's great. Just eating crackers, man.
He's like, I was just sitting there. He's like, it popped his back or whatever. I'm like, what?
I know. Before I was playing the soccer game, we were screwing around in the box, and then we are just trying to bicycle kicks. I pulled a groin right before the big match, and I was like, damn. Right before I still played, but after I was done for a while. I shouldn't have played, but like with a pulled muscle, sometimes it's like this: when you're playing or when you keep going and you're active, it doesn't hurt.
Yeah.
But when you sit down,
game over. It starts to rest and it tightens up right away. You're like, nope, can't sit down.
Yeah, it's game over after that. That's the problem with that stuff. But I don't know. I gotta go. I gotta wake up early, and I'm picking up a car tomorrow, bud.
Oh yeah, gonna be driving all over the place now, Croatia.
Finally, yeah. Well, it's only a small little car to get through the island here. But
right.
Still, it's a car. It gets us around, But it's our first car, as a family.
Well, there you go. No more city bus for you.
Yeah. Well, no, we'll still take the city bus sometimes because they're not so bad. But because it's like I don't like driving so much, anyways. But
no, exactly. I hear you on that.
I don't mind the city bus. It's there and it's easy. Yeah, it's just like I don't know. I don't mind it, to be honest with you.
No, it's not. It's not that bad. You got the weather to do it too, right? Like if somebody says, "Joe, go walk,"
Yeah, it's pretty nice out here. How is it there?
It's not like you're here. I got to walk through 12 feet of snow to get to the corner.
Yeah. Is it still hot there though, or no?
No. Well, we friggin' what was it? I was telling Mike, like my work, right? We friggin' opened up a store in Nova Scotia the day before Hurricane Fiona hit.
Damn.
And friggin' like power out, like roads down, everything. Friggin' flooding in stores everywhere. Like it was bad from what we saw.
That's crazy.
But like we got hit the day before, like here, like in Ontario, like we got really bad wind. Like it was like hurricane wind.
Are they going to ask you to transfer out there one day, maybe?
No, maybe.
Would you do it?
It was. I might go out there. I wouldn't mind and get all the lobster I want.
and get to see the place. You know what I mean?
Exactly, right?
Yeah.
But weather-wise, no. It's gotten cold. Like it's like now, like last week or 2 weeks ago, you wake up and it would be like 17 at 8 a.m. Now it's like 5.
Oh, dang.
It's like fall weather, pure fall weather now.
Yeah, here it's still pretty warm, but it's getting colder. Like it's still like short.
Yeah, but for you, what's cold?
+8.
Okay, fair enough. You're in the same thing. I'm like, if you tell me it's like your cold is 16, I was gonna tell you.
No, I mean dead in like January and February, the 2 coldest months is like +8 it's cold here. Right now it's like +15 is cold.
Yeah, say I'll still take that over when I wake up and it's like minus 15 here.
I still need the air conditioner, so
still, eh?
So it's still a little bit hot, especially during the day. It's ridiculous, but
right.
I don't know. But that's it, eh? I gotta go.
That's all I got. Yeah. I think.
And then we'll get a more structure next week. Maybe write some stuff down and get some topics because we got all the sports back almost. So we're getting into the time
back on. Yeah. Well, yeah, like I said, there'll be more now that hockey. Well, yeah, because Leafs start this week, don't they?
Yeah. So especially the Leafs. So I can't wait till. Well, it's gonna be like this is how it works with this kind of podcast. Like as a Leaf fan, I want them to win, but when they lose, it's better, for us to talk about.
Exactly right. But you're like, do I want them really to win, and so my team is winning, or do I want them to lose so we have something to talk about?
Yeah, I want them to start Marner on defense, and it's gonna be crazy. Crazy.
I just don't get that still.
It's like he was one of the best players on the team with most points, and you're just gonna put him on defense.
One thing I will say actually before I let you go. So Jason Robertson, right? Remember him from Dallas?
Yeah.
Being traded.
No.
We can't sign him. He doesn't want to sign a deal with us.
Damn.
So guess where he's going?
Where?
It's down to 2 teams. He's either going to Arizona.
Yeah.
Or he's going to Buffalo. Those are the 2 teams. And I'm like, the 2 franchises we can get nothing from. One out.
So let me get this straight. If it ain't about money, I don't know what is. He's going to Arizona.
If you think about it, you go to Arizona, then you bring Matthews with you. Matthews will then bring his brother with him. Come play with your brother in Arizona.
No, that I don't think Robertson's like, hey, Matthews. I just think I think this guy is out to lunch if he picked those 2 teams over Dallas. Like, hey, I'm not the biggest Dallas fan, but it's like Dallas has way better history,
chances, and that's why I'm like, well, that's why I looked at. I'm like, okay, if you trade him to, if we trade him to you or something, like, you could give us something in return. Like, let's say you just give us Fleury, and we'll give you Robertson, right?
Yeah.
Or Murray. Sorry, not Fleury. Yeah. It would have been nice if it was Fleury, but still. But something like that, or give us Giordano or something.
No,
like where
what are you guys gonna get? Phil Kessel?
That's what I mean. Like, what are we gonna get for him? Like,
that's crazy.
We're gonna get nothing. We're like the only thing we can get from Arizona is Chichurin and Buffalo. What am I going to get? Unless you're giving me Powers, I don't want anything from Buffalo.
Well, Chichurin's okay.
Well, we lost what's his face, Klingberg, so it would make sense.
Yeah, I think that would make sense. But I think wasn't Robertson the guy that you wanted to keep?
Yeah, because like they said, last 2 seasons he's had 80 points.
Yeah.
Like, why we don't re-sign him, I have no idea.
It's crazy. Some of the decisions people make in hockey are just like, I don't understand it.
We're looking at you, Kyle dumbass.
Oh yeah, Kyle. Like, I don't know why he think 4 players over 10 million is gonna work, or whatever.
With one of them playing on defense now.
Yeah,
$10 million defense in there,
and he's like this. He's like, okay, we got Frederick Anderson. Now we got Jack Campbell. Okay, those 2 goalies are good, but we're gonna go with the 2 even worse goalies.
Yeah, let's get a Russian who hasn't stayed healthy, and let's get a goalie who had 2 good years.
Yeah, it's like
that's going to be the problem to our Stanley Cup drought.
It's like we're shit at defense, so I got a solution. Let's put our best forward on defense.
Yeah,
It's crazy.
Oh,
I don't know. Yeah, so what are they going to do? Put Giordano up top with Matthews?
Well, I was going to say, what, we're putting defensemen as forwards now, you know?
Yeah, it's crazy.
No.
Maybe they're just going to play all forwards all the time.
Right? No defensemen. All right, all you forwards get out there.
Yeah, it's crazy.
Put Giordano or Matthews in net. Strap them on.
They think every line's a power play now. It's crazy. I have no clue what's going on. If they, I swear, if they start Marner's on defense, that for one, that's gonna make Matthews' season a whole lot worse. Like how is that gonna make it better? Like Matthews and Marner were good. I don't know. I just don't get it. I don't get it.
You're a Leeds fan. It never makes sense to you guys.
No, it's like this. The only line that works is the Matthews line with Marner. Let's destroy that. Let's just, right?
Let's just take it away. It works, but let's not use it. Let's put him on defense and Matthews and play with someone else.
He's like, Dubas is like, we're the Leafs. Nothing's supposed to work here.
Yeah, it works. That's not the Leaf way. We got to blow this up.
Yeah, we almost won.
We almost won that game, guys. So let's not do that again.
Yeah, it's crazy. Yeah, I almost got a heart attack. Yeah, it's crazy.
Right, he's sitting there. He's like, don't score on us.
Yeah. Don't we're first round losers, okay? We got to lose first round.
We got to make sure we make that first round. We don't want the bye.
Yeah, it's crazy, man. These guys, I don't know. I'm actually excited to see how the season goes because I know what's that guy's name, Biz Nasty. He came and said the Leafs are gonna win back to back, and it's like everybody's like kind of like whoa. Like Paul Bissonnette. And it's like, even as a Leaf fan, I don't think maybe there are still Leaf fans that think that we're going to win this year, but I don't see how.
Every year's a year, though.
Yeah, but I don't see how they still think that. Like, it's crazy to me.
That's what I'm saying. I don't know where they come from, but every year, that's what the Leaf fans say. They're like, this is our year. Well, when you say that for 50 years, eventually one year it will be your year.
Yeah, it's like this. To me, it's like, I'm like, no, we're not going to win, so I'm not disappointed.
No, exactly. That's what I think you and me brought up earlier this year when hockey was on. We're like, Leaf fans, like Leafs are good, but their fans are not realists. Like they're just in this fantasy where we're the Leafs.
Tottenham fans.
Yeah, we're the Leafs. We're going to win because we're the Leafs.
Yeah,
but there's no logic behind it.
Or like England, the soccer national team. They're like, it's coming home. They never won. So
that's what I want to ask you. Sorry, one more thing. What was your thoughts on them on getting thrashed in the warm up like a friendly? They lost. What was it? 3-0 England.
Oh yeah, and the Nations League. Yeah, and now they're in the B group. They went down.
They went down. They got relegated. Yeah.
Croatia. So it's Croatia, Spain, Italy, and I think Denmark are the last 4 teams in the Nations League Cup.
Yep.
And so, who do you think is going to win out of those teams? I think it'll be Netherlands, not Denmark. Netherlands.
Yeah, so it's Netherlands, Spain, Croatia, Italy,
and Spain. Yeah.
You know what? I'd give it to you. I'd give it to Croatia.
I honestly think it's because it's not the World Cup, so it's like they could win or Italy could win because the other teams are kind of like I don't care right now.
I mean, I can see that on Netherlands and Spain's part, but I think Croatia most likely, but I don't think Italy because Italy really hasn't done anything in the longest time. Like they're not producing the talent. They're not. It's not like when they won the World Cup, right?
And I could see it like for a country like Croatia, how it's so small, and it's like this would be kind of big for them too at the same time because it's like.
Well, that's what I mean. Like it would be like the lead up to the World Cup. Like it'd be good something for that country to have going into the World Cup to lead off of.
Yeah, like if this was Canada. For sure, every Canadian soccer fan would be like, "We want Canada to win."
Yeah,
why not? Yeah, I mean, Canada's not a small country, but they're small in the game of soccer.
For soccer, it's only stepped up in the last 15 years or so. It's not like any of the other countries in Europe, right? Where it's been on and on.
And I'll still say this for the World Cup, I'll be happy if Canada scores. That's it.
Hey, I already told you they're not going to score a goal.
Yeah, that's a hot take, eh?
Well, they're not scoring against any of those teams. I can't see it.
Especially
unless it's a penalty, we won't score.
A lot of Canadians really think that Canada has a chance to
advance out of that round.
Yeah, they think it's an easy group for them.
It's
like,
not.
They literally think it's easy. I can say that.
Who's the other one? It's
Morocco.
not Morocco. Who's the other one?
Belgium.
No, the other one. So it's Belgium.
Belgium, Morocco, Croatia.
Oh, it is Morocco, right?
Yeah.
Okay,
so like those three
they think
teams.
Morocco is an easy country to knock out.
They think they're gonna just run all over Croatia too, and maybe get a result out of Belgium.
Right.
Like Belgium's the number 2 team in the world.
Well, that's what I mean. So Belgium is going to most likely win that group.
Well, they should. I don't think so. I still think
either way, it's going to be
struggle.
Belgium or Croatia. Both of them are going to be 1 and 2 out of that group. And then if you're going to look at your third place finish,
it could be Morocco.
That's what I said. Morocco is not going to be a pushover there. They've been there and they've won there. Like they've won World Cup
I'll
games.
say Croatia, Belgium, but what could happen is Belgium and Morocco. I'm not going to lie. Morocco isn't that far off from Croatia this year.
No, I don't know. I think you still have a little bit of the edge.
And I think I just think Canada, sure, they have Alphonso Davies, but the other guys... Yeah.
You shut him down. What do you have after that? You have to be able to have. It's not like you have.
Like, don't get me
England.
Laren and all these guys are, and Jonathan David. These guys are good, but they're like, are they that good? Like, I don't know.
Like it's not the group of death, but it's very close for Canada to have been put into that group of death.
And I'll say, if you guys got MLS players on your team, it's not that good.
No, that's the thing. You don't have like a EPL player or a.
Yeah. Well, you get
the league or anything. Like you don't have a international player who's being able. You don't have a Beckham or anybody.
I wonder how many MLS players are on the team. Probably a lot, eh?
Oh, easily. I think almost the entire roster is MLS,
except for like Alphonso Davies, David, and that Laren guy, and the other guy. I forget.
But even then, they don't have that much experience playing outside of MLS.
Yeah, and except for Davies. Davies
does, but
yeah.
That's it. But what I'm saying is they don't have the experience playing like, EPL or enough to see how the game is different. It's not the same as playing MLS.
I just want the World Cup to go fast because I like Premier League. It gets me a little bit.
Well, it starts in we're on the 2nd, so it starts on the 5th, isn't it?
Yeah, on the 5th of November.
Yeah, so we're a month away basically.
Yeah, no. 5th of November is Arsenal versus Chelsea.
Oh, that's right. I'm like, there's something sticking out to my head.
Yeah, because we're also.
That's right. We made the bet with Tyrone.
Yeah. Oh man, I hope they get battered. But anyways, it's been fun. Lots of fun.